Hello Pisces, and welcome to my channel, Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, looking at your connection to the person that you are dealing with and needing to learn the most from right now. We're looking at all three sides of it. We've got your energy toward it, their energy toward it, and the energy in between it. The concept being that there are three sides to every story. So looking at your version of the truth, their version of the truth, and this higher level unbiased truth in the middle, really looking at what is the purpose of this connection and what is the best way to move forward to align further with your higher self. As always, I've gone ahead and pulled the overall energy for the reading and clarified those messages, but we will be diving into a different tarot deck for each side of the connection. Any information on this extended reading or on booking a personal reading with me is in the description box below. The last thing is, please remember, these are general readings. They are not here to resonate fully for everyone, and they won't resonate fully for everyone. So please remember to take what resonates and helps your personal situation and leave what does not. On that note, these energies can absolutely be swapped. So if you resonate more with the energy to my right than to my left, that's totally fine and totally normal. And if you're a cross watcher, then vice versa. Again, just take what resonates and helps you and leave what doesn't. All right, Pisces. On your side of this connection, you have Karmic Path with the 10 of Wands in reverse. This connection is bringing to the forefront a karmic cycle that has existed in your life for quite some time. It's possibly been a cycle that has existed in a lot of different connections, like not just romantic, like in all kinds of situations, where you have this tendency to take on the burdens of other people, meaning that you take on other people's responsibilities as your own. And that could be in an emotional sense, a financial sense, like just in general. Like, I feel like you have a tendency to allow other people to burden you with their problems, basically, is what I mean. You know, it's one thing to be there to help someone while they work through their own stuff. It's another thing to feel like it is your responsibility to heal someone or fix someone or something. And I'm not saying that that's exactly what it is, but I do feel like it's a karmic cycle for you to, like I said, kind of take on this burdens of other people. Now, this person, specifically whoever you're dealing with, they have growth with the Knight of Wands in reverse. I feel like this person is a bit of a self-sabotager. I feel like they push away things that are good for them. Maybe they do that whole leave before you get left thing, or they never really even open themselves up in general. Like, I feel like they really struggle with the self-sabotaging aspect of life. And I feel like that sabotage that they have in this connection has somehow become your burden. And because they're putting that burden on you, they haven't been growing in the way that they need to. It's like they're using you as an scapegoat, as a scapegoat, so that they don't have to heal and grow. And I feel like you've taken that on because maybe you have a lot of love for this person or a lot of empathy for them. But the truth of this connection, you have spiritual cleansing with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The purpose of this connection is to help cleanse you of this karmic cycle. So this is a karmic cycle that has, like I said, existed in a lot of your connections. And I feel like specifically with this connection, it's been more challenging for you to work through that cycle, or to, like, it's been more of an issue, or it's been like the biggest issue in the connection or something like that. So let's start, Pisces, by looking at your side of this connection. This is Pisces' side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. Pisces side of the connection to the person they are dealing with. This is for Pisces side of this connection, please. King of Cups, Emperor in reverse, World in reverse. So yeah, I feel like this person is pretty controlling. And they don't have to be, though. Like, they need control, and that's why maybe they have that, like, that sense of, like, lacking vulnerability, is because that makes them feel out of control. I also, though, feel like what this cycle is really coming down to is you feel like if you don't Wow, we're coming right out of the gates with a tough lesson. You feel like if you don't take on other people's burdens, you're not going to be loved. Like, love equals holding other people's stuff. But almost to the extent, it's gotten to the extent where it feels like then there's no room for your stuff. Like, there's no room for your emotional needs because you're spending all of your time taking care of the emotional needs of others, but then yours never get met. That's what the message really is. Because this is you. I thought for a second this was this person's energy, but this is you. So that's where this cycle stems from. And I've certainly been there before. Like, it can be like, if you feel like if you don't like fix the other person or something like that, like if they never reach their fullest potential, like you'll never get the love that you are desiring and deserving of. This is Pisces side of this connection. This is Pisces side of this connection, please. Pisces side of the connection to the person they are dealing with. Four of Cups, Six of Pentacles in reverse. And there's that Wheel of Fortune in reverse, which is the same as what you're dealing with in between this connection. So you've given so much to this. I feel like you've given so much to it that like there's almost like maybe this like resentment or anger that you now have to toward this person because you've given them so much and they haven't reciprocated. It's like now, yeah, like you've given so much and you've received so little that you're like you're frustrated, right? Rightfully so. But I feel like there's more to it than that because this is a cycle for you too. I feel like they're in a cycle of self-sabotaging and you're kind of in a cycle of that too, but in a different way. Not that you are sabotaging this connection, but you know, when we feel like we have to take on the needs of other people and we do that so much, we start to abandon our own well-being so that other people are happy, because maybe you feel like if you don't, then other people will abandon you. It's interesting. Okay, Pisces side of this connection. Pisces side of this connection. Yeah, there's that frustration. So it is. It's like your fears of maybe not receiving the love you deserve feel very validated in this connection because this person doesn't give you the love you deserve. So you look for that love to be reciprocated. Not that, okay, I want to rephrase this a little bit because love shouldn't come with conditions, right? You shouldn't just love someone with the expectations they provide that back. However, loving someone and then investing in them and, you know, being there for them and giving your energy to it, those are two different things, right? Unconditional love is not unconditional tolerance or unconditional acceptance of like lack of accountability. But I feel like you've given so much to them and they've, given very little back, that validates those fears that you have within of like not being lovable or not being deserving of love or whatever the case is. And then in return, it feels like you reach more, like maybe then you give more because you're like, oh, well, if they're not giving me back the love I deserve, I should do more. I should be more. I should give them more. And then they give you back even like less. And it's just this vicious cycle. And I feel like it's like you're looking a little bit to be loved in the way that you're deserving of from a person who I don't think is capable of that kind of love. So it almost feels like you have taken on the responsibility of their mental, emotional, or spiritual growth. And that's never fair to you. Right. Pisces side of this connection. Pisces side of this connection. You know, sorry, something's coming through. I'm reading this book right now called Spiritual Detox by Gabrielle Bernstein. And I've been mentioning it in a lot of my readings recently because it's all about, or it's Judgment Detox. Is Spiritual Detox? It's Judgment Detox by Gabrielle Bernstein. Sorry, I feel like my mind is in so many different places in this reading. And in this book, it's all about how to detox yourself spiritually. I think I said spiritual detox because it's a spiritual cleansing. But anyway, how to detox yourself from the judgment of others, even when you feel their actions and behaviors are wrong. So that you can free yourself from the tension that keeps you from being in your natural state, which is love. And specifically, there's one chapter that really has been speaking to me this time in reading this book. And it talks all about how we have a tendency to try to change people because we think that we know what's best for them. And maybe to a certain extent you do. But when we try to save people from themselves, we actually deprive them of their need to hit rock bottom. Because in order to grow and heal and realize that someone needs to change is when you kind of hit that breakdown, right? Because that's when the breakthroughs really occur. I feel like most of the people who watch my channel have been through those breakthroughs, and that's why you're in the place that you are spiritually. I say all of this because it feels like what's really coming through is you've taken on this responsibility of their growth, like maybe wanting them to change, or maybe trying to, like, telling them they need to change or putting that on them. When in reality, it needs to be sending them the energy of love and saying, when you hit that rock bottom, I hope that you find your way through. And that relieves you of the feelings that you need to bear the burden. But on the flip side, if you're looking for their changed behavior as a way to feel loved, which we often do in so many different people, right? We can do it with our parents, we can do it with friendships, we can do it with romantic relationships. We can say, I need you to be something specific for me so that I can feel loved. When in reality, that love that we're looking for through them is actually the validation of our fear of being unlovable. And so it's I hope that makes sense, because I know that was a little in depth there. But all right, Pisces side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. Pisces side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. Yeah, because there's a separation here. I don't know if you walked away or if they walked away, but there is a separation between these two energies. Two of Cups in reverse and the Eight of Cups. Now, I feel like this had to happen because this karmic cycle was draining you, Pisces. It was literally like sucking energy from your soul. And I feel like you maybe have taken it very personally that things didn't, like, that this person sabotaged and things didn't work out, but it really, I don't think it has absolutely anything to do with you. So I hope that makes sense. This is Pisces side of the connection to the person they are dealing with. Pisces side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. Actually, sorry. I want to reshuffle really quick. I felt something, the need to, after that last message. All right, Pisces side of the connection. This is Pisces side of this connection, please. Pisces side of this connection. There's that cycle. See, things aren't going to move forward in this connection unless this cycle is completed, and maybe not even then, because it feels like, yeah, see, there's a huge blockage here. Because it feels like you have certain expectations of this person, the way that you believe they should show up for you, the way that you believe they should treat you. And those expectations are not necessarily unrealistic in terms of what you're deserving of. You very much do deserve that level of love that you're looking for, and so on and so forth. But the expectations might be unrealistic when you're looking for this person specifically to provide you with them. Because I don't know, and that's something my therapist once told me. I talk about this in a lot of my readings, but something my therapist once told me is that sometimes we look to other people to give us what we need, and we get really upset and hurt when they don't, when they aren't able to show up for us and love us like we are deserving of. And we can take that very personally, when in reality, it's not that they're not willing. Someone could have the best intentions in the world when it comes to a connection. It's often that they're not able, that they're not capable, that they haven't done the healing and the inner work to give you what it is that you deserve. And that is not your burden to bear. And that's when we can often say, well, I need them to do the healing work. I need them to step up to the plate and heal themselves and to grow and all of that. And the thing is, no, you don't. You don't need them to do anything. What you need to do is focus on your own healing, because the people that are meant to be in your life will align with that, and you won't feel like you have to beg for the bare minimum. Not that you are begging or anything like that, but just that you won't feel like you're constantly asking for your needs to be met. Pisces side of this connection. Three of Wands in reverse. Okay, I want more on this. Three of Wands in reverse for Pisces side of this connection. Yeah, this is why you're staying stuck on it. Because based on what I can feel so far, I don't like this person's treatment of you. I feel like maybe they do a lot of telling you what you want to hear and never backing it up with actions. And so you stay stuck on this, or you stay stuck on the potential of it, because you feel, and maybe this is in the past, like this happened before there was like this separation, but it's like you want them to change and they promise you all this change, but then they never back it up. And you're just left being like, well, what the hell? Like, feeling like, well, we're right back to where we started, or I'm not, getting what it is that I need out of this. And that isn't fair to you. But you're so used to it. You're so used to bearing that burden of other people and taking on their burdens so much that maybe that's very, very common for you. I had someone comment on a video a while back, and they basically were just explaining why it is, sometimes we should should take on the burdens of other people because it's selfish not to, or something along those lines. Just basically saying like choosing yourself isn't always the goal, because like personal fulfillment shouldn't be all that you're looking to attain, because there are other people in this world and we're here to help other people. And I both disagree and agree with that. You have to remember that we are only able to give as much to the world as we give to ourselves. We have a cup of energy that we are able to both give from and receive from. If we are giving out 50% of our energy to something that isn't reciprocating, we only have so much energy to give to everything else in our life, meaning that we are going to be pouring from an empty cup. We are going to start feeling hurt. We're going to start feeling taken advantage of. We're going to be frustrated with the way that things are, and we're not going to be able to show up as our most authentic, loving self. In order for us to do that, to show up as our most authentic, loving self in this world, we have to make sure that we are filling up our cup first, because that is the way that we are able to spread that love to other people. So I just felt like there was a little bit of a need to maybe mention that in this reading. But let's start with this person's energy toward Pisces, clarifying growth with the Knight of Wands in reverse. That's funny. Look, there's a Knight of Wands in reverse. All right. This person's energy toward Pisces, please. This person's energy toward Pisces, please. This person's energy toward Pisces. It's so interesting that you have the Emperor in reverse coming out first and the Empress in reverse coming out first. For them. Oof. This person doesn't really know how to take care of themselves on a mental, emotional, physical, spiritual level. I feel like you know that, and that's why you've done what you can to try to almost like take care of them for them. But this person has kind of kept themselves trapped in their own like self-made prison in a way. Like it's like they don't take care of themselves, but then they complain maybe about the results from that. Like if they struggle with mental health issues, not that I'm not doing any victim blaming, but if they struggle with mental health issues, they don't do what they need to, maybe go to therapy or take medication or, take care of themselves so that those, they don't drown in those. Or if they struggle with financial issues, they don't really do what they need to make the steps to actually, make that better for themselves. Like it's like they have these issues in their life that are kind of self-created because they don't know how to take care of themselves. And I feel like you've always kind of swooped in and taken care of a lot of that for them, or did at least for the length of this connection. And I feel like that has kind of created this expectation in this connection where it's like, well, I don't need to take care of myself. Pisces will do it for me. Or like, if I have a problem, like I don't need to know a solution. I can just put the burden on Pisces and they'll take care of it. And I feel like that's kind of been what you have dealt with in this connection for a while. This person's energy toward Pisces. This person's energy toward Pisces. Yeah, see, they're really... This is a funny message. That's why I'm laughing. It's like they invest in their instability. Like it's almost like they self-sabotage in so many different ways. Like it's like they invest more in their self-sabotage than they do in their own growth. I feel like you're like, yeah. Yeah, they do. But whew, Pisces, do they expect you to pick up the pieces? It was just funny. It's like they invest in their instability. This person's energy toward Pisces. This person's energy toward Pisces. This person's energy toward Pisces. There's the King of Pentacles with the King of Cups in reverse. Oof, okay. I don't feel like they respect your boundaries, like, at all. Like, if you said, like, I need this from you, or, like, I need this to feel safe, or I need this to feel okay, or I need you to call me when you say you will, or show up for me when you say you will, or whatever the case is, it's like they just don't, it's like you're always there to fulfill their needs, but they don't respect your needs. In fact, if you have ever spoken up about your needs with this person, they might have made you feel like you were asking for too much of them. And it is not that you were asking for too much, it's that you were asking the wrong person. Because your needs absolutely deserve to be met. Now, having your needs met and expecting someone to fulfill you are two very different things, right? But I feel like if you're watching this reading, you probably can tell the difference between those two. All right, this person's energy toward Pisces. little bit of an immature energy. Just like I feel like they have some growing up to do. This person's energy toward Pisces. Like, even if they are like mature and they have like their life together, like from the outside, it's like on an emotional level or like an intimacy level or something like that. Like they have a lot of work to do. This person's energy toward Pisces. This almost feels like a like, and this might not be for everyone, but like a parental dynamic. Like you kind of come in as that like mother or father figure for this person, just always like swooping them up. Or this could be like literally between like parent and child. I want to clarify this message. 5 of Pentacles in reverse here. This person struggles with a lack mentality. Like it kind of feels like, yeah, okay. Like no matter what you do or what they have or any progress that is made in their life, like it's never enough. Nothing is really ever enough for them in a way. Or if things are going well, their focus tends to be on the negative. Okay. This person's energy toward Pisces, please. This person's energy toward Pisces. One more. This person's energy toward Pisces. See, I do. I feel like they're running from this connection. And that's how they sabotaged it. They allowed their overthinking to get the better of them, and they trusted their like limiting beliefs and fears over their heart. Now, I feel like a part of why it's hard for them to face this connection is because you do kind of force them to face themselves. Maybe not even intentionally, just the way that your energies kind of interact with each other. Which might be what you're really struggling with in this. What like the real struggle is in this is it's like they're not running from you, they're running from themselves. But then I feel like they often come back to you, and like especially if this is like a connection that's been for a long time, like a long-term connection, like they always come back to you to like pick up the pieces that they're running from to fix. This person's energy toward Pisces. This person's energy toward Pisces, please. This person's energy toward Pisces. I don't like the way those came out. That was too many, and I don't like the energy behind it. This person's energy toward Pisces. Okay, that felt right. 3 of Cups in reverse. 6 of Wands, 8 of Wands. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. I want a little bit more on this. I think I know what it's saying, but I want a little bit more on this. 3 of Pentacles in reverse with 3 of Cups in reverse. Three of Pentacles in reverse with the 3 of Cups in reverse. Okay, yeah. So it's like their emotional problems, like if they're emotionally unavailable or like if, I don't know, I don't want to put ideas in your head, become their material problems. I mean, as within, so without. So it's like they manifest all of this chaos in their life, and maybe they're really used to chaos. So they're really used to thriving in this chaos. But that chaos, it's like they don't, I guess, like they don't actually really know how to thrive in this chaos, because I feel like they create this chaos and then they turn around and expect you to be the problem solver, expect you to deal with it, like put up with it. Like if it's like they're dealing with all this chaos in their life and all of this stuff that's going wrong and not prioritizing the relationship or giving you the energy and effort you need, they blame it on this chaos that they created. And you're like, what the hell? Like, how come that is now my problem? Like it's like, why is it my problem that you aren't able to take care of yourself? And that sounds really harsh. Like I don't mean for it to come through that harsh, but like seriously, it's like this chaos, it's inner chaos that then creates outer chaos in their life. But it's like this chaos is so what they're used to, but they're also used to having their behavior very enabled, I feel like. And I feel like that's why it's a cycle for you, because you have a tendency to kind of swoop in and try to fix or help people, when in reality they might actually more need, like the best thing you can do is maybe set a boundary and be like, I'm sorry, but I can't give you my energy this time around. I don't have enough energy to give, or I don't think that that's good for anybody in this connection, or whatever the case is. But we're going to hop on over to the extended. You have spiritual cleansing with Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I'm going to clarify those messages, pull 9 different messages, and I have an advice card to pull at the end. Before I hop on over to the extended, though, I want to reiterate this announcement that I've been talking about, that I won't shut up about this summer workshop series. That's going to be, the first session is June 30th. It's a summer workshop series talking all about how to take your power back, step fully into your power, and create the life of your dreams, which if you've watched my readings for a while, then you know that that is absolutely up my alley. And I highly, highly recommend, if it's something that you feel even a little bit pulled to at least check out all of the information on it. It is only $20 for 4 sessions. That's $5 a session, which is such a steal. I mean, that's cheaper than my extended. So if that's something that feels like an interest to you, I'll be in it, because I definitely feel like there will be something in there for me too. The information is in the description box of the video that I've linked below. I've linked the announcement video below. It'll take you to another video, and then in the description box of that video is all of the information on the workshop, including the link to register. So if you have any questions on it, feel free to reach out to me or the organizer of the event. Her information's in that description box as well. But I do hope to see some of you guys there, as I do think it'll be very beneficial. But all right, Pisces, thank you so much as always. I do hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, I wish you nothing but love and healing on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Pisces.